Dennis, a
The
little
main
thing we like to
event.
call reviews.
Nice camera action, it's review time. Dennis and Adam, we gon' blow your mind. We're stepping up to the plate, ready to swing. Analyzing movies like a scientist would bling.
I don't know why this music always gets me like pumped up for the episode.
Right?
Just
Oh,
getting
yeah.
reviews.
No, I'm with you.
Now,
I'm with you.
I am doing something here that you normally do. I'm gonna be talking about a retro movie, Dennis. I'm talking about Heat.
Proud
And
of
the
you.
only reason I'm talking about Heat, Dennis, I recently put up the clip of us talking about the possibility of Heat 2 and casting, and I got some facts wrong, and that I felt bad about. But everyone, so many people reached out and were pissed. They're like, "You've never seen Heat." They were mad. They were irritated. They were talking shit. So I'm like, you know what?
Dang.
Fuck it.
Okay.
It has this big a following. I gotta give it a shot. So I pulled the plug.
All
And
right.
whew, what a film, Dennis. So there's a lot going on here. All right. This
Mhm.
movie is essentially you got Robert De Niro is like a master fucking criminal, and he wants to pull one last job before he kind of retires and kind of goes to another country, and he's found love, and but he feels like the heat's kind of onto him a bit. Al Pacino plays this kind of rugged cop who's been through so many divorces because he's married to the job and he can't really dedicate his time to anything but the job. And he kind of
Mhm.
gets wind of what De Niro's up to. And it becomes a cat and mouse game. They even sit down and talk it out a bit. And as all this is going on, we're meeting all different characters of all their crews, getting into all these different backstories and personal things. And there's like a member of De Niro's group that's a killer, and De Niro's like, "What are you doing? You can't be killing people." And it's just such a rich fucking crime thriller. But by God, it's long as fuck. 2 hours and 50 minutes. The first hour and a half, I was so bored. I was ready to tear this movie apart. But then once it gets kicking, once it gets brewing, man, this movie is like an adrenaline ride, man. I feel weird talking about a movie from 95, but it's like, how did I miss this? And I understand why people were ripping me apart in these comments. Like the cast, like De Niro, Pacino, Kilmer, Ashley Judd, a young Natalie Portman, fucking the president on 24, Dennis Haysbert,
Yes.
Hank Azaria, Tom Sizemore, John Voight, Danny Trejo plays a character named Trejo, Ted Levine, Mackay Williams, so many like fantastic actors, and everyone's giving powerhouse performances, and it's
Mhm.
gory, it's action packed. Oh man, I know you were like me and you haven't watched it. It's over on Prime. I highly suggest checking it out, but fair warning, it is tedious to get through the
Yeah.
first act and a half.
Yeah.
But I'm happy that I gave it a shot. I'm gonna give a Heat 3 slices of toast.
Nice. Oh, damn. Well, that's great. That's
Yeah.
great. So I love that it paid off.
It did, and I was so afraid, man. I
Getting
thought,
raked over the coals got you to see a
yeah,
good movie.
yeah, and we talked on that episode because I think it was 221, and we're like, maybe
Yeah.
we'll get to it, maybe we'll review. And in my head, I'm like, one day. But once everyone, like,
Once they
I
piled
want to say it
on.
was at least 6 to 10 people. I'm like, you know what? They're right, man. I got to do it. I got to check it out. And
Nice.
yeah.
Well, awesome.
But
There you go.
you got some heat from me about this next movie that you finally checked out. So I can't wait to hear about it.
I did. So this came about. Apologies, my phone locked up here.
No, you're good.
This came out about 3 years ago, 2022. In the midst of a lot of other great films coming out that year, but there's this little Finnish film called Sisu. This is telling the story of an ex-Finnish soldier who he had fought for years on a brutal front line with the invading Russians, and he had lost everything: his family, his home, all like his entire way of life. And he was such a brutal and unrelenting soldier. Not even the officers above him could tell him what to do. They got tired of trying to punish the guy. He's just so fucking hardcore. He became a one-man killing squad. They send him out on missions, and he would get the job done. He's finally walked off the line. He just wants to live a quiet life, and he's become a prospector, mining for some gold, while the invading German forces, the remnants of this of an SS squad come rolling through and decide they want to take that gold from him, and he's not fucking having any of it. My God, I will say, Jelmari Helander, the writer director, he crafted such a cool story that felt like so familiar, but still of its own flavor. You get a little bit of Quentin Tarantino vibes. There was a film I watched a few years back, Blood and Gold. Although it kind of reminded me of that, it is a very different story. Yes, there's gold. Yes, there's Nazis. Yes, there's Nazis trying to take the gold. But that's about it. That's where the similarities end, is right there. This is such a kick-ass movie right out from the gate. I love this, the sprawling vistas. The way they were filming, they put Lapland on screen. It just looked beautiful. I would love to see this place. Like the countryside they were in was gorgeous, and it was its own character. I loved that adorable dog that was he had along with him the whole movie. But I think we have a little technical.
Oh, I was so afraid for that dog the whole movie, man. I was like, don't kill the dog. This dog is so important.
Yes. Oh God. Every time when fuckers picked up the rifle, I'm like, don't get. When you kneel down to the dog on the dock, I'm just like, don't you fucking do anything to that dog. But my God, that actor starring in it, Jorma Tomila, holy shit, did he carry that movie so well for only saying like 7 words,
right?
Entire movie. He delivered so much on screen. He was able to, like, he's such a good actor. I think him and the rest of the cast did a wonderful job. This is up there with me. Like I've been watching the shit out of like Fury a bunch over the last few years. This is now on that list for me of just like badass World War II movies.
Pumped. I
fucking loved it.
When I watched it, I was like, Dennis is gonna love this fucking movie. And it took a while, but you got there, and I'm so excited that it worked out. And
dude, you were more right than you know. Like I loved it so much. I'm excited for the sequel. I don't know if you've
seen. Dude, the road Sisu Road to Revenge coming out September 21st is all about the fallout of all the people he killed and everything. It's like, oh God, it's gonna be badass. I'm hoping
the Russians aren't gonna be too happy with coming across this guy again. Oh man, yeah, that was just so goddamn good, and it got me a little excited for this Rainbow prequel now. Now that I've seen what this writer director can do, and he does good fucking work. The brutality, the over the top action, it's totally forgivable in just the sheer ridiculousness of the things he could get away with. I mean, that fucking when the dog was charging at him, the last thing I was expecting was him to strike that match. And just like, what is he doing? Oh my God. The pickaxe into the plane, and the plane takes, oh Jesus. It just everything about this movie I loved.
I normally hate fucking being broken into chapters, but it works so perfectly in this movie, I felt like.
And they actually felt like they were changing from one to the other.
Yeah.
They're not just title cards, they're dropping into random places. It's like, oh, it genuinely feels like the title of the chapter we're given, that is what's being shown here before moving on to the next one. And I think it earned every moment. It never drug its feet. There was literally not a minute wasted in this film.
True.
I loved it, man. I fucking loved it.
Nice.
So that all comes down to this, though. The number of slices I'm going to give Sisu, I'm dropping a 4. Man, I just fucking loved it.
Yes.
No exaggeration.
I don't know what I gave it, but I'm willing to bet I gave a 3.5 or 4, 100%.
That is just the action movies like we grew up watching and stuff. This feels like it is made by a fan of those, but I totally see that this would inspire the next generation of action movie writers, directors. This is exactly the type of high octane action and like the almost humor in how the execution of these scenes. And I love that. I love that feeling. And that's what watching a movie should feel like. In this type of movie should feel like. It's exciting. The laugh out loud reactions to just the fucking insane shit that would happen.
One man wrecking crew.
Yes.
And like you said, everything was hitting. cinematography gorgeous, the landscape's fantastic, the
Mhm.
comedy, the action, the gore, the
I love the
dog,
vehicles
everything
were
about it was
cool.
so spot on.
The fact that they
Yeah.
actually were driving that tank around and like and all of that work between the trucks and the motorcycle and the planes that we like, all of it was great. That was great. The sets, the burned out village, like the burned out village and the other buildings that they visited, like everything just worked. Everything worked.
Mm-hmm. I'm happy. So I assume you're gonna eventually get to checking out the sequel
Oh
later
yeah.
on in some
Oh,
point. Oh man.
without a doubt. Without a doubt. Yeah. I that is
Honestly, now that I'm looking at the schedule here, I think that's gonna be coming out by the time we record again. So could be a follow-up review on my end or possibly both
that
our ends.
oh, that would be cool. Yes. Oh, I would love that. That oh
And you've
man.
got me jazzed up. I think if I have time, I want to definitely watch this movie again because
You should.
it's just that good.
It really is.
But
It really is.
But I know we've been talking a lot about that Rambo movie, and I'm like, but the director, man. So I'm happy that you see the vision I'm seeing, and it's like, all
Yep.
right, this could be a radical take on 100.
It's yeah. It although like a little more reserved or based in reality, but very much
Sure.
that tone. He had like I can see that serious uh the intensity. It's the intensity.
Hmm.
Even the opening with him just mining for the gold. I loved how visceral that was. Like, and even
Right.
knowing we're gonna get going to into a whole different place, I was already sucked into just watching like the joy on his face, the settling in for like, all right, I gotta fucking ride all of this shit out of here to however far away the next town is. That
Mm.
was just, oh yeah, from beginning to end. I was all in. So
Oh man,
woo.
I'm happy it worked.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got something a little more low key, a little more comedic, but drama a little bit here and there. An indie movie called The Threesome. I didn't know much about this movie, but I was intrigued. Fun premise, I think. So essentially, this guy's been pining after this girl for a while, and he finally gets a chance to get with her, but it's in a threesome. And then after that threesome happens, they actually start a relationship. Everything's going okay until she gets pregnant, and it becomes, will they keep the baby? Will they not keep the baby? And then they agree, all
Hmm.
right, fine, let's keep the baby. But things get complicated because the other girl from the threesome also got pregnant, and that throws a monkey wrench in their happy plans of what's going to happen.
Oh.
And then it kind of that couple kind of breaks up, but they're still in each other's life. And now this guy has to kind of be there for the other woman as well, who the other woman is kind of a shut in. She doesn't really get out much, and she lives with their parents and told their parents that her boyfriend got her pregnant. They've never met a boyfriend. So now he's pretending to be her boyfriend to help her out
Oh. Oh
as long as she
man.
tells the truth. And that gets a little too deep. And there's just all these different twists and turns and avenues. It's
Interesting.
funny, it's sad, it's interesting, and the cast was phenomenal. The main character was this guy played by Jonah Howard King. I didn't really know him, but I have seen him and stuff. Apparently, he's in the live action Little Mermaid movie. He was recently in that terrible, terrible I Know What You Did Last Summer movie.
Oh.
Then one of the girls is Ruby Cruz, who I didn't really know, but then when I looked her up, I'm like, oh, she was in Bottoms. She was in The Sex Lives of College Girls, Mayor of Easttown, Willow. So I'm like, all right,
Oh.
she's been around.
Oh wow.
And the
Yeah.
other one who I do totally know is Zoe Dutch. And she plays like kind of
Hmm.
the one that he's in a relationship with. And she's kind of smarky, kind of smart ass, kind of hardcore lady. And oh man, just these three together, they gel well. And there's some
Nice.
other character actors in here who you might recognize. It was just a delightful little comedic romance drama movie. It was just under 2 hours, and by God, it never drug. It was just really, really fun. And it had this sharp look to it and a really fun soundtrack.
Hmm.
I'm going to give the threesome 3 slices of toast.
Oh,
Really had a
okay.
good time
Oh,
with it.
nice.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. No, that sounds like an interesting story. I'll
Yeah.
check that one out when probably when it
I feel
streams.
like
But
I was going to say, I feel like this is a movie that I could totally see coming to like Hulu in a couple of months. 100%.
oh, for sure.
One of those kind of movies. Not to say it's a
Nice.
bad movie. It's just
Oh
because
no,
that's
it's
where
just
I feel like
the
they would
natural
end up.
order of things. Those things.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
And then to
excited for this
close out
review,
our
dude.
review section. Yeah. I'm talking about The Long Walk. Now, when I first saw the trailer, it started off, I'm like, oh, it's just a period piece kind of war movie. And then I'm like, oh no, this is darker and it's more sinister. And my God, if you don't know the premise here, this is one of the earlier books of Stephen King. Of course, he wrote it under a different name, but everyone knows it's him. And it takes place in an alternative America. The economy is kind of in shit, but every year to kind of help things out, the government selects 50 guys who decide to enter this lottery to essentially be a part of this battle royale type of situation being televised to the world where they have to walk 3 miles an hour. And whenever they stop walking that fast, they get 3 warnings and then they get shot. And then it goes on as long as it takes until there's one final walker. And this movie is an hour and 48 minutes. And it's like, how can you really pull that much story out of people walking?
Hmm.
By God, they do it somehow. I don't know how they pull this off. And like I said, it's kind of reminiscent of Battle Royale, The Hunger Games,
Oh,
which is
sure.
interesting because it's directed by Francis Lawrence, who did the Hunger Games movies.
Oh, there you go.
So that
Okay.
makes sense. And the script is sharp. It's written, like I said, by this guy, JT Molnar, who did this fantastic movie called Strange Darling. This movie just was great. Like, you have a core group of guys, these 4 guys called the Musketeers, who are kind of helping each other out throughout this whole situation. There's kind of some foils thrown in there and some other characters who come and go. And it's all about unity, brotherhood, and also, all right, well, are they going to start turning their backs on one another? Are
Right?
they
If there
really
if there
sticking
can
it
only be
out?
one. I mean, that's what
Who
I
can we
found curious
trust?
about the trailer is like, I wouldn't be palling around with these guys. Like,
Uh-huh.
we're all good. Like,
And like,
everyone's gonna die if you think you're gonna win. So
yeah, it's insane. And it's like,
brutal.
oh, you also, one thing that you can get here is you get like this large sum of money, but you also get one wish granted. The government will give you whatever you want. And
Oh,
the cast, great fucking cast. As our main character, we have Cooper Hoffman, Philip Seymour Hoffman's son, and he looks a lot like him
oh
in this
wow,
movie. I'm like, oh wow, he's
cool.
fantastic. Different performer from his dad, but great here. As his sidekick, or not sidekick, the other guy in the walk with him is David Johnson, who was the sidekick to in Alien Romulus. He was
Oh
kind of like the cyborg
yes.
guy.
Oh my God, he was wonderful in
And
that.
he
Yeah.
stole the show in that movie for me, but
Hmm.
he did an even better performance in this movie, which is hard to believe. This guy is a true fucking
That's
talent.
fantastic.
Another guy in this movie, a member of their group, is Ben Wang. He was the new Karate Kid in the last Karate Kid movie, and then some other faces here and there. As Cooper Hoffman's mom, giving a couple of scenes, but fantastic like performances, is Judy Greer. Like, she is
Oh,
just
oh
like
yeah.
like, she's a widow, and now her son's going off to do this walk, and she may never see him again. And we're getting to see her be like tortured and tormented, and fantastic scene stealer when she's there.
Damn. Nice.
And then, of course, as the major, the guy running this whole ship is Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker, and he's
Yeah.
grizzled, and he's giving that performance, and he's not giving a fuck about anything. And by God,
Oh, that's so.
all these people put together, they are just fantastic, man. And
God, that's great.
while I was watching it, I'm like, all right, this is cool, but I was more thinking like a filmmaker or someone working on the crew. This was no easy feat. All right. So, and cast. So the whole movie is always moving. So you're getting dolly shots, you're getting tracking shots. Everything's always in
Jesus.
focus.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
The logistics
you're
would
getting
be a
different camera
nightmare.
angles. Yeah. And all these actors have to relive all these different miles and walking. I know they're not walking for miles, but walking and talking and performing and hitting marks are hard to do.
Yeah.
Uh,
And shooting coverage of that and to maintain like any
there's
sort of
continuity.
continuity. That's like, whew, all right.
And somehow they have different terrain and different atmospheres, not atmospheres, different like backgrounds at each mile as they go
Uh-huh.
that looks picturesque. It just every like the cinematography, the acting, the editing, it had to been a clusterfuck, but they pulled this off perfectly, man. I'm gonna give The Long Walk 3 slices of toast as well. It should be
Oh,
more, but something's like I
badass.
can't give it 4. Definitely worth checking out, man. I think you would dig
Cool.
this one.
Yeah, I've been excited for this one. I was very excited to hear, and I'm very happy to hear that you gave it the slicing that you did. So
Yeah.
definitely definitely going to push to get this one seen, ideally
Oh,
in theaters
and if
while
you
it's
can
still
see it
there.
on in the big screen, it'd be well worth it.
Nice, nice.
Oh man.
Well,
Well, and that's
badass,
the
man.
thing.
That's
Like,
great.
I wanted to hit different sections. I saw like since we last met, maybe 15 movies on the big screen, and most of them were like indies. And like, there's so many
Mhm.
good indies that I wanted to talk about. But I wanted to hit Heat, a retro movie, an indie movie, and like a modern day movie. It was tossed up between this, Spinal Tap 2, and The Conjuring, and this one just was the best out of those three newer releases that I wanted
Nice.
to
I would
talk
say
about.
I feel like that's a fantastic choice for sharing with the
Yeah,
toasties out there. Those who might
100%.
not know as much or unsure about whether or not to see it, like that right there is motivation enough for me to want to see it. So hopefully the same
Oh,
for you
dude.
folks as well.